Linked bundles. Don't we love linked bundles? I know we all enjoy and marvel at the fact that Wargaming has given us bundles amongst bundles, known as linked bundles. It's great. It's fantastic to know that one of the worst possible offers that you can get are linked bundles. And apparently there are a lot of people that have multiple complaints about linked bundles. One of them being that they're extremely glitchy when you want to purchase one of the stages. Another one would be that the gifts that you seem to be getting are not what you're actually going to get. Also, I just saw someone go freaking... I'm driving, by the way, again. What do you call it? And that's just hilarious. That's funny. Oh my god! Just to give you context on what just happened. We're in a backstreet area, not Backstreet Boys. All right, okay. No, we're in a backstreet area, and this idiot in a BMW SUV was turning right into this lane. Now, keep in mind, we are a right-hand drive market over here, so our cars are right-hand drive. This guy, he turned right, but instead of going into the right lane, went completely in the opposite direction and went in the opposite lane, and then continued to go straight, and then got upset at the people behind him because we were honking at him. Idiots. Anyway, back to the video, what we're talking about. Linked bundles. This is why people love these type of videos, because I just talk shit, and people enjoy it, which is good. That's what I like. But seriously, on a really important note, linked bundles are crap. They don't work half the time. They're buggy. They're glitchy. I don't understand why Wargaming thought it was a good idea to introduce these things some time ago and continue to have them in the game with different offers. Don't get me wrong. Some of these link bundles are pretty good. Like, some of the offers are pretty decent. This one isn't. Now, if you're wondering what this is, this one specifically, this one is the this is the seasonal tank one. These are the seasonal tank link bundles. Now, the problem with these, and Eason actually made a very interesting post about this on his Discord server, which obviously the news, it's called Blitz News, that gets sent to all the servers that obviously follow that, and that was in my server. So I had a look at what Eason was saying. Essentially, what had happened was Wargaming have actually decreased the the probabilities for the type of tanks that you can get, the seasonal tanks that you can get in these these seasonal containers, which you might think is, well, it's pretty shit, and you're right, it is pretty shit. Let me show you what I mean by that. So it's the seasonal tank container. If we were to click on this little hyphen there, it'll tell you exactly the probabilities of getting each one of those seasonal tanks, and you'll see right off the bat, it's 0.33% drop chance. Now, that is a very low drop chance, if I do say so myself. Now, you may be asking, well, why is it so low? Well, technically speaking, these seasonal containers are only worth 300 gold. Now, I know that's typically not as expensive as something like a collectible container, for instance, or a mystery container, or rather mystery box 1, or for instance a mega container, or an awesome container, or a surprise container, or every other bloody container in the whole flippin' market of Blitz, for God's sake. And because it's only 300 gold, Wargaming have actually nerfed the probabilities of getting the different types of seasonal tanks. So now you have much less of a chance of getting the seasonal tanks that you may be missing from these containers. So in other words, you need to open quite a few of these to even make them worth it, right? Now, you do get a seasonal container charm every time you open one, and I believe once you get a certain amount, you should be able to get either a seasonal tank season tank certificate, or you get a free container. I don't know what it is. I need to look it up. I haven't opened that many, to be honest with you. I don't plan on opening that many. But you can see majority of the probability, or the chance, actually goes to the, the currency for each of the seasons. And when we say currency, I mean the currency that you need to use in order to grind the seasonal tanks, the modules on the seasonal tanks. So they obviously are the ones that will typically drop a lot. So those people that were suckered into buying these containers for dirt cheap, I was one of those. Yeah, me, I was one of those who got suckered into buying these containers, thinking that, I might actually get myself, one of the seasonal tanks that I don't have. And lo and behold, I didn't get anything. I just kept getting whatever it was that the currency was. I can't remember what I was getting, like these crystals or something. Anyway, my point is that Wargaming didn't tell or didn't inform the community that they were actually decreasing the probability. Instead, what they did was that they just started introducing these containers and then putting them in these seasonal tank container or seasonal tank containers, right? Now, again, the like-minded people, which the Blitz community is, as you know, especially those that love to spend money on the game, will look at this and say, wow, this is actually not a bad linked bundle. We're going to go ahead and purchase it, and maybe we'll be able to get ourselves a seasonal tank. And you know what? You may be right, but the possibility of that happening is slim to none, because it is so minute. It is so minute. Good bloody luck getting any of the tanks on the list with these containers. Honestly, it's bad enough that the linked bundles that they give us, or the linked bundle offers that they give us in the store, or rather in Blitz, is so buggy that it's just not worth purchasing. It's not worth actually, going through each of the stages, because it's so buggy. And a lot of the times, and I've done this before where I've done some of the linked bundles, some of the times when you purchase them, they don't actually give you all of the rewards. If anything, it actually misses some of the rewards out, and then I have to close the game, restart it, log back in, and then eventually it's in my storage. Why should I have to do that? It should be instantaneous. I paid for the bloody thing. I expect to see the bloody thing in my account. It's ridiculous. Anyway, but yeah, seasonal tank container, the seasonal tank link bundles, not worth it any way, shape, or form. Don't even bother on your mum's life, or any life for that matter, getting these stupid bundles, okay? Now, there's also a regular linked bundle offer as well. And they're starting now, they've basically started the linked bundles with, you have to purchase the first one in order to continue. Usually, they would give us like a free item at the beginning to start us off, to entice us. Now it's just, you have to pay for it. So they're basically blatantly telling us outright, you have to pay the first stage in order to get the free items behind that. Before it was just, oh yeah, you can get this free item if you want to. You don't need to pay for the rest of the stages. Now it's, you have to pay for the first stage in order to get the free items for the on the the corresponding stages. Do you think that's fair? I want to know in the comments down below whether you think that's actually fair. Do you think that's a fair assessment? Do you think it's fair for Wargaming to do this sort of thing? Now, notice how with these link bundles that you see here, you can actually get yourself the Emil 1951. Okay. I believe this one is specifically for the Emil 1951, and I believe so. Yes, it is. And maybe this gives you an opportunity to get the Emil 1951 at a decent price. Maybe, maybe not. Like this link bundle here kind of makes sense. You get a lot more bang for your buck if you really want the Emil 1951. You can get this bundle. It's actually not a bad link bundle. I will give Wargaming some credit here. It's actually not a bad link bundle. The only problem, as I was saying, is that these bloody link bundles are so glitchy. And the the animations for these things is so glitchy and buggy. It's like it's literally not worth even doing it. Like at that point, just tell us what the price is for the whole thing outright, and we'll just buy it. Just be like, hey, this is an entire bundle with all these things in them. Do you want to buy them? Yes or no? If so, click purchase. Done. Bob's your uncle. Why do you got to make us go through different stages and whatnot? And half the time it doesn't work. half the time you don't get your reward straight off the bat. You're going to have to, log out of the game, restart it, go back in, and then eventually you may or may not have it in your storage, or the payment may not have gone through, and it's just really, really buggy, and it's annoying. And again, Wargaming can fix this issue, and it can become decent. And I will say, you know what, it's actually not a bad idea to have us purchase certain stages that we want, and we don't want to spend a certain amount of money. That's fine. But at the same time, some of the stages are not worth it. And I've made videos in the past where I mentioned that some of the stages are not worth it. So again, I want to know in the comments down below what you guys truly think about linked bundles. Do you think linked bundles are a good addition to the game? Do you think they're worthy of remaining in the game? Do you think Wargaming should remove them? I already know the answer to this. I feel like you guys are going to say straight off the bat Wargaming should remove it, and I can understand why. I personally don't think Wargaming is going to listen to you guys. At the end of the day, they're a business and they need to make money. So they're going to keep whatever offers and whatever, bundles they have in store right now, and they're going to keep that in the game, in the game files. I don't think they're going to be removing it. There was a very interesting comment that was made on the video that I made yesterday, basically stating the obvious. They were stating the obvious. They basically told me what I should have originally thought from the beginning and from the get-go, is that Wargaming is a business and they need to make money. And as a business, they will make business decisions based on what they want, not what we want. We can vote using our wallets, not our voices. And that's a very important, very, very important point there that was made. We vote using our wallets, not our voices, which is stupid. I personally think you shouldn't have to vote primarily using your wallets. But I guess the wallets is the only thing that Wargaming really understands. It's sad, I know. It's sad at the fact that in order to get Wargaming's attention, we have to not only boycott them, but also not purchase anything. Like, why should we have to do that? We shouldn't have to do that. So, I completely agree with that topic. As someone who is a business major, and obviously who has studied economics, I completely understand that point. And you are correct. Indeed. That is indeed what Wargaming's business model is. Now, do I agree with link bundles being in the game? Not necessarily, no. Do they have a place in the game? To some extent, if they're implemented correctly and they're sort of, they're put to good use. And if they're not freaking glitchy all the bloody time, for God's sake, you got to fix that shit, Wargaming. Other than that, honestly, there's just certain things that I would fix with link bundles that I think need to be addressed. Give us better offers as well. Like some of these link bundles are really shit. It'd be nice to have something unique. Like the link the whole idea of link bundles was very unique. I would just like to see something different. I want to see something different happen. You know what I mean? Something different. Something that that Wargaming are going to introduce as an offer or something. Bro, I need to seriously get the freak away from this bloke. Fucking take him forever, man. God's sake. Sorry. My God. Oh my God. He's freaking held. Oh my God. I'm sitting behind this guy. I should probably reiterate. Sorry, my bad. Not this guy. This woman. Okay? I've got nothing against women, but for fuck's sake, if we're going to be honest here, it's a what do you call it? It's a woman who I'm driving behind, an Asian woman, okay, who I'm driving behind. Now, you can go in the comments down below and say, don't be racist. It's called being honest and being a bloody Aussie, mate. This is how we are. We're thinking. I would say the same thing if he was a bloody, a Lebanese bloke. I would say the same thing. I would say exactly the same thing. I would have said, there's a Lebanese bloke in front of me being an idiot on the road. I would say exactly the same thing. I couldn't care less. So, it's not racism if you're pointing it out about everyone. Anyway. Point is, I'm not totally against Wargaming's decisions on, including link bundles or including any kind of offers in the game. I'm not against that because, again, I understand as a business, as an organization, they need to make a profit margin. They need to generate revenue. And in order to generate revenue, we, the consumers, are the ones that are purchasing the products, purchasing the services, purchasing whatever it is that they have in the store, right? That's the idea. That's the idea. Now, the only problem is that in order to get to wargaming, to allow them to understand our frustration, we have to not spend any money and boycott the bloody offers or boycott a particular offer or a particular transaction in the game in order to grab their attention and realize, oh shit, we made a mistake here. Maybe we shouldn't have added this specific item in the store or this or introduced this offer in the store. Why should we have to do that? This should not have been an option anyway. This shouldn't have been an option. We shouldn't have to pick and choose and say, I'm not going to buy this item because I want Wargaming to know how frustrated I am with their business policies or with their marketing, right? And I'm going to boycott them. You shouldn't have to do that. Wargaming should just openly see that the masses don't like the fact that they've introduced a certain thing into the game, and they should just roll with that. That should be their starting point, and they should say, yep, we understand completely. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to change our ways. But no, instead, they respond to people not purchasing their items because it starts hurting their pockets. And honestly, I don't want to see that happen. As much as a lot of wargaming does is irritating and completely annoying and sometimes unethical, I don't want to see this game fail. I do love this game because bloody hell, I'm still playing it after all this time. So anyway, I want to know your comments. Tell me what you like in the comments down below. What you don't like about link bundles. Do you think they have a place in the game? Do you think they need to be removed? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I better get off the phone now. Just so you know, I am not on my phone. As I said, the phone is in a safe spot. My eyes and my concentration are completely on the road. Hence the reason why you hear me sometimes going, just having these random outbursts about certain people driving on the road, despite their culture or their race or whoever they may be and their gender. I'm able to pinpoint who they are because I'm focusing on the road. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves, look after your friends and family, peace in the Middle East and everywhere else in this world. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.